Hey, how's it going? I'm your host, Jitsuko Toshiro, bringing you the latest cryptocurrency updates. But before we get started, I want to show you guys a few things. Number one, always have that coffee that's stimmy ready to go. So I'm going to take a sip. You can see I have the charts up here. I have a tweet I want to show you before we dive in. Look at this. I literally typed this out. You can read it for yourself, but I'll read it out loud for you guys. You are dumb if you think that the Fed isn't serving in your best interest in fighting inflation. There are no Bitcoin solutions at the stores. I can't just go spend my Bitcoin to buy tomatoes. Get a effing grip on reality, you dummy Maxis. This is my message to all the Bitcoin Maxis. I'm strictly a trader. I do believe in Bitcoin long term. I always have some Bitcoin, but with that being said, I am very realistic with what's going on in the world. I see real people suffering from inflation, and people just think that Bitcoin's going to moon to $1 million and solve our problems. That's not how adoption works. We need regulation. We need legislation. We need a lot of things to be implemented into society before Bitcoin becomes that massive solution people think that we're going to adopt. Then that's when the government starts using it to back the dollar. Then that's when the Bitcoin solution becomes reality. But as of right now, it's just another risk on asset. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into the charts. I want to show you something very important. Okay, right here I'm showing you something very, very important. This is the $30,000 resistance. This line here, it was support. This is the weekly time frame. It was support back during the last bull rally, and it held really, really well. You can see that it tested 30,000. Bitcoin tested 30,000 at least 3 times before it shot up and retested the all-time highs. Now that we've dipped down and we actually tested it again, and it gave us a good bounce to 40,000. Then it finally dipped. Okay, it finally dipped underneath. We never really visited it up until recently. Now everyone is thinking that the first test is going to be the all-time highs that we're all expecting. I think personally, this is the retest that sends us lower. Let me show you why. First of all, there are 2 key areas I wanted to let you know about. $25,000 and $20,000 of Bitcoin is going to be key support areas that we will have a bounce on. But I don't think those bounces are going to take us up past 30,000. I just think those are nice round numbers that you can get a potential bounce. However, if we do climb down, 18,000 is the next level. And then after that, it's just going down to 9K. Don't at me. I already know that's going to happen. Now, some people are asking what's going to happen today. What I think is going to happen today is we're just going to close around 26,000 and then probably head lower and retest that $25,000 level. We're going to consolidate here maybe for another week. Okay, now look, let me show you one more thing, some parallels that I like to show all the viewers, and that is this key area here at the $40,000 level. I do see the similarities in price structure, so we wanted to go down lower. Too many people were shorting the $35,000 support. Obviously, that ended up in a short squeeze that took us over 46,000. We had a doji weekly candle close. Let me show you that. Actually, let me delete this. We had a doji weekly candle close here, as you can see here. Then we had a red week, followed through many weeks of selling off. This is the beginning of the end, and I've been saying it many times, but now the similarities are so congruent, I can't ignore it. Look at this. We had a short squeeze that took us almost to 30,000. We approached the key support / resistance area, and now we might get a red weekly close. If we close at least at 24 or sub 25,000 this week, unfortunately, it is going to be a key area of going down. Let me show you one of the indicators I like to use a lot as well. Key similarities are important to understand when you are trading. Okay, here's one of my favorite indicators, and that is the 250 EMAs. You can see that we had a death cross confirmed on the weekly. We closed above, and here we are hanging out above the 200 EMA, consolidating above. We might head lower, and when we do, 18,000 is going to be a key area of support, And then after that, I'm calling that $9,000 drop. As for now, we had a weekly sell-off in the beginning of the week. If you go to the daily, you can see we're finally getting that sell-off on the bearish divergence on the relative strength index. We can at least revisit the 25,000. So I do have the $25,000 area in mind. Keep that in mind. Sub 25, around 24,000. That is going to be a key area of testing. That right there is going to be a level that will tell you whether or not we're going to head up higher or lower. Okay, right now I am still bearish up until we close above this area of resistance, this line right here. You can mark this line on your charts. This is my line here. Once I get a close above this, I am flipping bullish. Other than that, I'm expecting these lows, and if we don't hold these lows, then we can go all the way down to sub 20 again. So that is the range that we are trading here now. We're in the middle of the range, so if you are trying to enter a trade and you don't know what to do, I advise you wait for us to either retest the 29 to 28,000, or we retest some of these lows to go long if you're trading. Other than that, we're kind of consolidating here. We do have bearish divergence. You can see all of my indicators are printing bear. And I tell you guys, if we're oversold, I do go long. And I do have, if you go back to March 11th on my Twitter, you can see I went long here, took it all the way to 22,000. That was a $4,000 trade for me. Right now I'm sitting on the sidelines. I missed my short at 28,000. So I'm going to wait for another range trade. Other than that, this is the update for today. If you guys are trading this, best of luck. And remember that right now, the economy and everything around us is saying we're going to regress a little bit. We're going to get a pullback. And that pullback might be hard, or it might take us, only to 25,000. Depending on how we test these levels here, I'm still going to be bearish up until we invalidate this $30,000 level. This is where I stand. I wish you the best of luck. And remember, I do believe in Bitcoin as a solution. I do. And if you do too, that's good. You always want to have some. But right now, just be practical. Look at all of the citizens around the world. No one can afford a standard cost of living. Something needs to break for things to balance out again. We need balance. Right now, inflation's out of control. And unfortunately, Bitcoin isn't the solution just yet. I don't see it. If you do see it and you can implement it in a few days, please just comment down below what you think. But as of right now, this is where I stand. This is my opinion. And obviously, it's not financial advice, but this is what's going on in the world, okay? I'm just trying to keep you guys updated. Other than that, take care. Good luck trading. Thank you for tuning in once again. Best of luck.